So there is another axis that creates a fourth dimension, so or a third dimension, that we just need to understand that that third dimension exists. And there's a fourth too, but that's beyond what we're talking about here.
Right.
Yes.
I really want to thank you. I am much further back, not further along, on this journey about sustainability and how I live my life. I'm a member of the worship committee, and in our last meeting, we were talking about the May poll, and Stephen Burton was talking about the sort of pagan origins of the maypole and the phallic pole and the hole dug into the earth and da-da-da-da-da. And everybody around the table was sitting there taking this in very calmly and, oh, that's very interesting. At which point, a little further along in the meeting, we were trying to figure out how to enact something. And I said, well, we could get a couple of helium balloons, at which point everybody in the room went, helium? I thought, you know, maybe I am environmentally inappropriate. But I think what you've done today has really given me some idea about how to move and consequences of my same stuff.
It's a process, guys. It's just being aware of things, making different choices, and slowly making choices. Two more, and this one and this one, and then I have to, yes.
Me?
Because I don't want to keep you guys here all morning.
You mentioned you had written books. Do you have a very basic beginner's book?
I write online. I haven't written a book yet. There are some in the works as far as being proposed, but I haven't started writing more than a couple of chapters.
Can you recommend a good basic book on sustainability for the unenlightened?
You know, start with something that you love. That's the things I'm going to end on, actually. But start with something that you love, whether it's gardening or building things out of wood or remodeling your house or whatever your passion is. Start with that piece. Like if you're a foodie and you love food, Omnivore's Dilemma is a fantastic book. And it's going to open your eyes to what really happens with food that we eat. So start with things like that that might apply to what you love to do, and just go to Google and say sustainability or environmental or eco, whatever that passion is. I don't know. It could be shopping. There are books on that. Yes.
This is more common than the question, is that I wish my grandkids would have stayed for this session. It's because I think a lot.
I know, I'm very kid friendly, aren't I?
But I think several times we've had speakers when I've attended, and they've gone to the children's session. Yeah. But I think that there are important messages that children hear, not just that we hear, that children hear. Mm-hmm. And sometimes maybe just letting everybody, I just came to this.
So now it's your job, those of you guys who have kids, to teach your kids what I just taught you today. If you like. Yes.
There's a past dimension to this that I want to bring into it. That is that if you're poor or working class, it's extremely difficult to move from 2 to 3. It's much more difficult than if you have choices as a middle class or upper class person.
Right. A lot of times what happens is people go 2 to 1 to 4. That happens. Right. Or they'll go 2 to 1 to here to 3 and then to 4.
Yeah,
so
that's quite rare.
Yeah.
Shane, this is lovely.
We really do. See what happens when I ask for questions? Let me close things out. Researching in this realm of quality versus quantity, there's much talk about health. I read often of how some think of quality of life, but they don't think about it until they're older or very ill. I also think that maybe sometimes the quantity of life just goes down, so the quality might change. These are all things to think about. And I'll leave you with a couple of wise words. It's not the quantity, but the quality of knowledge which demonstrates the mind's dignity. That's from William Ellery Channing. You fellows. I would tweak this to say, it's not the quantity, but the quality of choice which determines our future sustainability. And one or two more. One from Channing again, the best books for a person who are not the best books for a person are not always those which the wise recommend, but often those which meet the peculiar wants, the natural twist of their mind, and therefore awaken interest and rivet thought. And in that quote is another key to sustainability. Keep your thirsts, find them, nurture them, and bring sustainable examination and thinking to these, because that's your true gift to the world, I think. And here we go. For a list of all the ways technology has failed to improve the quality of life, press 3.
Please rise in body or spirit and join us in hymn number, or pardon me,